love it. Hey, welcome to Youth Online. We don't have youth tonight, so we decided to do a little online episode. Pastor Luke.
So fun.
I know.
So fun. Happy early Thanksgiving. I'm already celebrating.
You've got your pumpkin pie there. I'm going to
Yeah.
wait a little bit to eat mine. But hopefully you guys have some pie this weekend. I will say this, is that my favorite pie, no doubt, is pecan pie. What about you?
Is it limited to Thanksgiving
yeah,
pies?
for sure Thanksgiving pies.
Okay.
For sure Thanksgiving pies.
You're gonna razz me for this. But one of my favorites is blackberry pie.
That's not
No, I'm
true.
serious.
That's not true.
No.
I know what you're doing.
No.
I know what you're doing.
It is. It's one of my favorite. There's a whole story to it.
Let's hear it.
Years ago, we were going to my grandparents for Thanksgiving, and we were in charge of bringing some pies. My mom was going to make a couple pies, and there's like 10 different pies. I mean, you got banana cream, chocolate, all the normals, apple, cherry. And so we were in charge of bringing blueberry. Well, we accidentally grabbed blackberry because they're on the shelf next to each other. It was a big whoops. We brought it up there, and everyone loved it because it's not as sweet as blueberry. It's kind of tart. And since then, it's been like my favorite. And maybe there's some connection there. I understand. Okay. But I love blackberry pie. It's underrated. Check it out this Thanksgiving.
Sophie, what's your favorite pie? We got Soph helping us out.
She's behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. You can only pick one. Okay, we're going to come back to Sophie. Anyway, we're excited about Thanksgiving. Again, we don't have youth tonight, so that's why we're here live hanging out with you guys. It's been good. Hopefully you guys are hanging out with some friends. Maybe you guys got together and grabbed like a cup of hot chocolate. And I know.
So fun.
Sitting by the fire, watching Youth Online on the YouTube. It's super fun. I will say this, Pastor Luke, I want to touch really quickly before we move on. I want to touch on, I like your family's Thanksgiving tradition.
Yeah.
That you guys do. It's very unique. I know you're eating your pie. I apologize for interrupting. It's very unique what you guys do. I think a lot of people, they get stuck on we got to do the turkey and the stuffing, which like it's good.
Yeah.
It's fine. But why not just do something that you know you're going to enjoy?
And that's really what it comes down to. It was a couple years back. I don't actually remember. We've started doing this for multiple holidays now, and so it blends all together. But we had a traditional Thanksgiving, and then the next day on Black Friday we did chicken wings, and we sauced them up in, so you can get like the Buffalo Wild Wings multi-pack, like garlic parm, Asian zing, and buffalo, and honey barbecue too.
Those are good.
And then we make like 10 pounds of wings, 15 pounds of wings. And so everyone can eat as many wings as they want. We still make the sides like cheesy potatoes and the appetizers and hors d'oeuvres. Wow. But the main course is chicken wings. And then I got all brothers. We split our family in two on the sides of the table. And there's a bone pile. And like you try to see which team we draft. And like you pick teams. And then which team is going to eat more chicken wings. And so you stack them and try to make your team win. And that's what we've been doing. It's so fun. I'm looking forward to some chicken wings for Thanksgiving. It's going to be amazing. And
that is amazing.
I also like traditional Thanksgiving food. We just had some here at the church last week, something like that, for a seniors luncheon. So good.
Yeah.
Smoked turkey and mashed potatoes, corn. I mean,
Stuffing.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But I can only do that meal so many times.
Do you guys do like the next day? Like you do it again? You know, like you leftovers?
Yeah, there's
You
usually
heat it,
leftovers.
all that stuff?
Yeah, and then I mean, with our family, there's always like, at some point, frozen pizzas are going in, Papa Murphy's.
Yes.
Something like that.
Because I just know that there's some people that do the leftovers Thanksgiving burrito.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you get the big tortilla wrap.
Not a
And,
burrito.
yes, and you throw all this stuff together. You put all this stuff together. You put in you put in the turkey.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
That's
you
good.
put in some corn, some stuffing.
Okay.
And then you drizzle it with gravy. And then you heat that up in the burrito wrap like a Chipotle burrito.
What about mashed potatoes? Is that going
Sure.
in? Yeah.
Sure.
That's where I think I draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be such a soggy burrito.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like that. But if that's you, awesome. Happy for you. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Feels like I'm ripping on burrito people, but I'm not. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'm just probably going to eat some more wings.
And I don't blame you for that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
That's good.
Well, oh, that's all right. Sopha's kind of recording for us for a little bit, but she ran out of storage on her phone. That's fine. We keep going. Luke, we just came out of a series that we just got done with, and I said this on this last Wednesday, and I genuinely mean it. Like, our Big Give Wednesday, personally, is my favorite Wednesday of the year. There's something so special about it, and we just got done with this unreal series talking about what it means for us to give and to have generosity in our giving. And the series was amazing, and there's so many incredible stories of things that students have done to raise money for missions. And maybe we have some people, Pastor Luke, who are watching that might not know why we give or what we give to or the whole purpose behind this series. And so all series we talk about giving, and we talk about what does it mean for us to do that. And then we raise money and we give to different missionaries. Luke, what are some of just for people to know, some different missionaries that we give to, some of the different organizations that we partner with?
Yeah. And so if you haven't been with us, we try to highlight this as much as we can, but I know sometimes you're new to this, and probably, what do we have now? 8 to 10 different organizations and groups that we help support. A lot of anti-human trafficking groups and restoration groups with Project Rescue and Free International. There's also some stateside stuff as well that we help support, and right here in our city. And man, just some cool things. There's disaster relief in Convoy of Hope, where they most recently were in Jamaica and helping just feed thousands of people who've been displaced from the hurricane there, and just their country looks completely different. It's devastated, and man, they get to go and be the hands and feet of Jesus. You got clean water efforts in East Africa with World Serve International, where they go and they drill water in some of the most remote places where they have no access to clean water, and they dig sometimes up to 900 feet to access this water, and it brings people from miles around to this one spot where they also build a church right next to it and share the hope of Jesus while they dig those wells. I mean, we give to AGWM, which is a missionary effort to help provide vehicles. If you're with us in 6.8, just a couple weeks back, we actually had missionaries going to Turkey, or they have been missionaries in Turkey, and as they head back on the field in about a month, for the first time ever, we are providing them with a vehicle where they've had to take public transit for 7 years while they've lived in Turkey, and now they're going to have their own vehicle provided by Speed the Light, which you guys have helped give into, which is incredible. And so many cool things. Project 42, I mean, we have local efforts. You could go down the list, but just some things that you guys get to help provide and share the love and the hope of Jesus, as you guys have been generous and continue to give. And we do this thing year round, but man, this is always kind of the peak of our giving summit, and man, just such a cool series. Like you said, probably one of my favorite things that we do all year.
Yeah.
Such a fun night.
Yeah, and what's cool about it too is the stories that come from this, right? I mean, we get to share about the missionaries and the different people that organizations we get to support. And I also just love all of the different stories that we hear of the ways that students, you guys have stepped out in faith and in obedience to what God has been asking them to do. And the stories that come from that are just incredible. I mean, one that just kind of comes to mind right away, a group of our high school boys got together, and they possibly waited until the last week of this, this series. But they wanted to do something about it, and to give and to end human trafficking. And so they decided, hey, we can detail cars. And so they came together and they detailed cars. They got here right after school, and they would detail until basically they couldn't anymore. They had to go home, maybe do homework or go to bed, whatever it was. But they were like for all week, just for like a week long detailing. And between all the cars they came up with and people that partnered with them and donations, came up with like almost $1,500, which is crazy. And so like stories like that come to mind of people who just say yes. And maybe like right away, they're like, I don't know if I can really do something, but they just said yes and watch how God showed up and provided more people to just come along and partner with them when they said yes,
Yeah.
which is so cool.
Huge shout out to, man, the leaders that helped in those
Yeah.
spaces as well. I know that one of our leaders, Scott, really was the igniter in getting that thing going and helping schedule those guys. And if I'm not mistaken, my vehicle was the last vehicle to get detailed by these guys. And this is just a funny story that I'll shamelessly say. I brought my wife's vehicle in. We got 2 little kids, and we brought the vehicle in to get detailed. And she kind of pulled some stuff out of the car that day, a lot of the toys and stuff, but hadn't vacuumed yet. And they came in, and they couldn't believe a car could be that messy. They were like, they walked into the auditorium after I dropped it off, and they're like, "You're dead." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "That is so messy." And I was like, "Sorry, man. This is just what life with toddlers are like. There's chips and Cheez-Its and just everything all over." But, man, they crushed it. Such an incredible job, such a cool heart. And what I didn't know is when I went back there to check up on them and just see if they had any questions, there was the leader, Scott, in the vehicle as well, detailing and help clean. And, man, what a cool thing. And that's honestly, whether it was a parent, whether it was a leader that kind of helped you get going, maybe it was a friend, man, we love just seeing people jump in and help in these stories and these efforts, because you can do it alone, but, man, it's sure easier to do it with someone else, and you're running shoulder to shoulder with someone. And I love those stories of leaders and parents and friends jumping in and kind of doing something, saying yes, so that someone could have the hope of Jesus and that someone could be saved, someone could be rescued, someone could have clean water. Man, so fun.
Yeah, and that really is, I think, what, like when we talk about the series, that's what comes to my mind as well, is just saying yes and then watching God show up. And a lot of times, like, that precursor is just needed of us just saying yes. There's that almost that prerequisite. Not that God can't move, not that he won't, but a lot of times I think he's almost waiting for us to just say yes, and then it's like, boom, he shows up and then takes it to another level that sometimes we can't even imagine. And that really is a story of John chapter 6 that, like, we've been talking about all series. And even for me, like, there's another cool story of Emery, just one of our students who decided she wanted to make blankets, was selling them at the missions market. And I remember talking to her, this was probably a couple weeks out from our big give night, and I just asked her what her goal was. And just, I was sharing it in the weekend a little bit. And so she had said, yeah, like, that's no problem. You can share about that. And at the beginning of our series, we always ask students to set a goal. And again, it's one of those things where it's like a faith thing, where we're just saying, hey, what do you feel like God is asking you to do? Not necessarily what do you think you can do on your own, but what do you feel like God is asking you to do? And so there's a lot of just faith in that, of just trusting, like, hey, God's going to speak, and I'm just going to watch him show up in this. And so she had kind of told me her goal, and I remember talking to her, and I really do just, I know and trust and believe that God is talking with these students, right? Mm-hmm. And so when they tell me they have these goals, I'm just saying, is that really, like, the goal? Is that really what God said? And I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, that's super cool. I remember talking to her, though, Luke, and she had told me her goal, and I said, but what if you did, like, 500? I just feel like you could go above and beyond. And that's not something I do. I don't, like, push students to give more than I feel like God is asking them to do. But it was almost this, like, I wanted to encourage her to say, what if you did more? Because I knew that she had it in her, and I knew that God was going to show up. And I say all that to say, at the end of what she had sold, her mom had texted me and said, we just bought a bunch of new materials. She had a bunch of new, like, people buy blankets that they wanted to, like, jump on board in what she's doing. And she's like, after all the totals and offsetting all of our expenses, she had exactly $500 come in, which is just so cool. And just to see how God shows up, and not to say I'm the voice of God, not to say that, like, it's all because of me type of thing. It's not, it's all because of God. And it's so cool just when people step out in faith and just trust God for what he's going to do, the ways that he shows up is, like, amazing.
Yeah.
And so I just love these stories of students stepping out in faith and just saying, like, all right, Lord, like, here's what I have to offer. Here's what I can do. Now, I'm trusting you to provide.
Yeah.
Right. And there's, like,
there's
a big part of us just having to trust the Lord in those times when we're putting our obedience or our faith into him.
Yeah. And a lot of times too, it requires heavy sacrifice. And I think that's always a big thing too, is when we're listening to the voice of God and we hear maybe that number or what he's maybe asking us to do. Maybe it's not a number, but how we could step out in faith.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's uncomfortable, and it's not something that we're super excited about, or maybe it's like, oh, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna cost me something. I think to the Patrick boys and
Yes.
Reed, one of our middle school boys, who was selling what I thought were beanbags. There's actually one back on the back there right now, and I bought one, and I thought they're like cornhole. Like
You just bought one. You don't want to buy like the set.
Well, that's just it. It wasn't beanbags. I found that out. They're like heat packs, or you can freeze
hot,
them, and they can be it's like a hot and cold pack. And so I got the story from his mom and just how they came about that, and they haven't sewed. They don't even know a sewing machine, or they do, or it hasn't been used in forever. It was just crazy. Like, they don't sew. No one in their family sews, but no one else was doing this, and it was like, hey, we should try to sell these for Speed the Light. I think we could hit a market. And so Kelly, Reed's mom, got a crash course late at night from a friend who's made these before. Then she comes home and she shows her 4 boys, Reed, who's the oldest in middle school, how they're going to make these things. They're going to sew these for hours and hours and hours on end. And these boys they've never used a sewing machine in their life. And so, like, how to go a little bit forward, and then you backstitch, and then you go again, and then you flip them inside out. You fill them with all the corn.
Yeah, you've already lost me.
It's incredible, and it's kind of time consuming, but overall, it's kind of a sweet thing. And what's so cool is I was talking with Reed's parents, is that they were up till 11 p.m. on the first night trying to just figure these things out. And Reed goes, well, Mom, we got to wake up before school, and we got to do some more. And think of how many students just on the day-to-day basis are like, oh, I need to stay up super late, and then I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning and do an hour and a half more before school. Then I'm going to go to school. I'm going to come home, do my homework, and I'm going to make some more. I mean, the beanbags consumed their world for a few weeks. But how cool is it, man, when he gets to step in and he gets to give that money on Big Give Night, knowing that it cost him something. There was a sacrifice there, and he said yes. And man, that's just one of so many stories that we know are out there of students who just said, this is going to hurt a little bit. This is going to cost me something, but I'm going to say yes. I'm going to be obedient to what God's doing. And man, so fun seeing students say yes to that. Shout out to all the people at the missions market who just, man, they sacrificed, they made stuff. You got creative. You're still baking pies, whatever it might be, because it makes a difference. And man, we're proud of you for all that you have done and continue to do.
Yeah. And as you're talking about that too, Luke, I'm reminded of, again, that story we shared all throughout this series. And so much so that students, I think, thought, are we not planning out our series in a way where we're just reading the same story over and over again? Are we just
got real lazy.
I know, we're super keep lazy, just the same Bible story. But there's something special about like hitting it so many times in a way that like helps us process what is God really doing here. Because sometimes if you just read through it really quick, you just brush over it, you're like, all right, great story, God showed up. But when you can look at this from different angles, you can see all the different ways God is really moving, like the whole time. And so the story from John chapter 6, if you guys have your Bibles, we're gonna read this quick, and I'm just gonna go through this. But I wanted us to read this one more time as we're just talking about what it looks like for us to be faithful and bring forward a sacrifice for God to use. And so it says this in John chapter 6. After this, Jesus crossed over to the far side of the Sea of Galilee. A huge crowd kept following him wherever he went because they saw his miraculous signs as he healed the sick. Then Jesus climbed a hill and sat down with his disciples around him. Jesus soon saw a huge crowd of people coming to look for him. Turning to Philip, he asked, "Where can we buy bread to feed all these people?" He was testing Philip, for he already knew what he was going to do. Philip replied, "Even if we worked for months, we wouldn't have enough money to feed them." Then Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. "There's a young boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but what good is that with this huge crowd?" "Tell everyone to sit down," Jesus said. So they all sat down on the grassy slopes. The men alone numbered about 5,000. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks to God, and distributed them to the people. Afterward, he did the same with the fish, and they all ate as much as they wanted. After everyone was full, Jesus told his disciples, "Now gather the leftovers so nothing is wasted." So they picked up the pieces and filled 12 baskets with scraps left by the people who had eaten from the loaves. When the people saw him do this miraculous sign, they exclaimed, "Surely he's the prophet we have been expecting." And what I love about this story, Luke, and something that we talked about all series is that God doesn't need us to do a miracle, right? He's not dependent on you and me for him to do a miracle. But I think oftentimes what he's looking for is someone to sacrifice so that he can show how much greater he really is. And honestly, how much we need to be dependent on him. Mm-hmm. And as we're talking about sacrifice, there's probably 10,000 plus people there, right? The men alone numbered 5,000. That's not including the women or the children. It's probably close to like 15,000, I bet, right? But what's unique about this is that this one boy brought forward some loaves of bread and a couple of fish. Mm-hmm. And even they said, like, what good is that going to do when there's thousands and thousands of people here? But Jesus said, have all the people sit down and basically watch how I'm going to show up. Yeah. And I think that's a lesson for us to learn as well as we talk about giving, is that I don't really feel like I have much to offer. Maybe I can, detail a car or two, or maybe I can make blankets, or maybe I can, sew some bean bags or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about what we're doing or what we're bringing forward. It's about how God is going to show up in the midst of that.
Yeah.
And so I love this story of sacrifice because it shows how God shows up time and time again when we just say yes.
Well, and he's such a provider too, right? I love that this boy gives up his meal, something super practical, and he's like not expecting anything in return. He's like, hey, I got some fish and some bread. Can you use this? Would this be helpful? Probably thinking you should eat, teacher. Like, you guys are the important ones here. You guys have this. And what I love is that he was obedient in what he felt like he should do. And God then flips it around and says, you know what? You're going to get fed and you're going to have more than enough. Mm-hmm. And that little boy went down, sat down, and it says that there was food left over. I mean, he probably ate 5 fish and 10 loaves of bread. It was a full-on buffet for the boy. And he didn't know that going into it. He didn't know how God was going to show up, how he was going to provide. He just said, here's what I have. Yep. I know it's really not much, but can you maybe use it? And it cost him something, but God, man, provided and blessed him beyond what he already had. And I just love that so many times we don't always get to see that on this side of heaven. Sometimes we do, but sometimes we don't. And there's going to be rewards in heaven for our yes and our obedience, that we say yes to here on earth. And man, when we just listen to God and say, God, I know this might not be much, but I'm feeling like you're calling me to sacrifice this. I'm going to lay this down. And man, he is a provider. We can trust him with our yes, and when we lay it at his feet. That's just so cool. I love that. I love that for that boy, mm-hmm. and for the thousands of other people who got to reap the benefits of this boy's obedience. So cool.
Yeah, and isn't that what we're doing too?
Yep.
Like, all these people all across the world get to reap the benefits of students all across this state, all across this country, who are saying yes.
Yep.
And people get to know the name of Jesus because of it. I mean, both you and I have been to Tanzania, and we've gotten to see people come to know the name of Jesus because of some students in Minnesota or in the U.S. who are giving and saying yes, and they get to know the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's one of the coolest things. And to your point, like, that sacrifice and offering what we have in our hand, I think is so important, because a lot of times we get to this mindset of like, how am I supposed to feed 10,000 plus people? When at the end of the day, that's not our job to do. Mm-hmm. It's just to say yes. And we, I think, challenge students a lot with that thought of like, what do you have that's already like in your hands? What do you have that you can give? And then watch God show up with that.
Yeah.
This boy wasn't feeding 10,000. He was bringing forward what he had, and then God used it to provide. So I just think that's so cool. And I think these students, hopefully you guys are seeing that played out and get that, because it's one of the coolest things when we can just watch God show up.
Yeah.
Time and time again.
Hey, and we just, again, want to say thank you for participating in such a cool month. And if you have a cool story that maybe God showed up in a way that you weren't expecting, man, would you just let us know? Message our Instagram, tell a leader, man, text Pastor Jake, myself, Pastor Michaela. Let one of us know, because, man, we want to celebrate that with you. And there's probably still going to be stories coming in throughout this year, and that's what I love about it. And so don't be shy about that, man. We want to celebrate with you. You're not humble bragging by any means. Just, hey, I did this. This was super cool.
God bragging.
And you're God bragging. And that's okay. Bragging. There's an excuse for that. And so we would love to just hear how God worked and showed up in your yes and in your obedience. So go ahead, make sure, bring us in because we want to celebrate with you.
Yeah. It's so cool to see how God shows up.
Yeah.
I was going to say this too. Something that Pastor Doug always says that I love is that we serve a supernatural God, and there's supernatural things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do the natural, God does the super.
Yep.
And it's really cool to just see how that happens. And so this series, I think, is a really good way to see supernatural things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know, like Pastor Luke said.
Yep.
As I'm saying that, I'm looking at my pie and it's melting.
I know. Well, that's what
It's
I
so
was worried about.
sad.
You can't
Well-
whipped cream just like hang out.
I'm not a whipped cream guy, though.
What?
So, no, I'm
You
not.
have to have whipped cream though on pumpkin pie. I think it's actually a rule.
Can I ask this
in
question?
the pie world?
Can I ask this question?
You
Is it
can.
weird to put cream cheese frosting on pumpkin pie? Because I love cream cheese frosting.
No, that's not weird.
But whipped cream, like, here's how. If you want to know something about cake and cupcakes with me, okay, this is how I determine if I'm going to eat it or not.
'Kay.
What kind of frosting is it?
yeah, no, I get that. I love cream cheese frosting.
I won't eat it if it's whipped cream. And call me picky. That's just how it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
So
are
if-
a little picky.
Your pie. It's been how long? 20 minutes now? 30 minutes that we've been yapping over here. What's your favorite pie? You never told
You've had
us.
so much time to think
I
about
know.
this.
She's just scrolling on her phone. Flag blast. Okay, what is it? Pumpkin pie. Pastor Luke, do we have anything else that we need to talk about?
We sure do. All this pie talk has got me thinking about some of my favorite foods, and it's actually really sad looking at that pie. But here's what I'd like to do, just kind of end our time here today. Pastor Jake, I want to give you a list of the top food items you would find around a common Thanksgiving table. Not my own with chicken wings, but just a traditional Thanksgiving meal. And I actually have 11 for you, the top 11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, I just
So
couldn't.
wait, do I have to leave one out then?
No. Well, you could.
I'm going to do that.
You can cut one.
Yeah.
Like, you can leave it. It's something that you don't like. And then you're going to go 1 to 10 on the other items.
Okay.
And you're going to blind rank them. You don't know what order they're coming. You don't even know what foods I'm saying. I don't know your number one. And we're going to find
I
out
don't know
what
if I know my
Pastor
number
Jake's favorite Thanksgiving food items would be. Let's see if it lines up with yours. And feel free to agree or disagree down in the comments.
Blind rank your own as well.
Yeah. And let's find out how crazy of takes Pastor Jake has here. All right. Our first item is a safe one. It's a goodie. Mashed potatoes.
Okay, mashed potatoes is one of those that this is tough because I do feel like you can tie it into many different things. Like you know what I do? Almost like the KFC bowl.
Yeah.
Toss some corn in, gravy, stuffing.
Yeah.
Like toss it all in with the mashed potatoes. It can tie everything together.
No, that's really
But
good.
I don't feel like if I'm missing mashed potatoes, I'm missing the whole meal. So I'm gonna toss it in at like 6.
Okay.
I think like a 6.
Yeah. It's a nice safe play. You don't quite
Or maybe
know
I'll
what
go
other
7. No, 6. I'm gonna go.
And the middle
I'm
schoolers
gonna
go wild.
I know. No, I'm gonna go
You
6.
couldn't.
If you said sweet potatoes though, I'd move it up to a 5 or maybe a 4 even. To be
Oh.
honest, no, I'm being serious. Sweet potatoes with some butter and brown sugar. Woo! It's amazing.
All right.
It's amazing. But no, I'm gonna go 6.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Our next item on the list is stuffing or dressing. I don't know what you call it at your house, but one of those.
Stuffing is tough. Stuffing is tough because here's the thing, Luke, is that to me, stuffing really depends on who's making it.
What is it?
Yeah, I actually, if I'm being so honest right now, I don't even really know.
Here's
I actually don't know what it is.
I don't know if I've ever eaten stuffing.
Yes, you have.
No.
Wait. Be so honest right now. There's no way you've never had stuffing.
Like, I mean, I might have done like.
So, is
the
there
little
any way
kid,
we
like,
have stuffing in the
nibble.
kitchen anywhere?
No, I don't. Like, truly, I don't want it.
Dude, there's
I just grew up-
There's no chance that you've never had stuffing in your life.
I grew up watching the stuffing get pulled out of the body of the turkey, and I thought, ain't no way that's going on my
No,
plate.
but that's why
disgusting.
it's called stuffing. Is because you stuff it into the turkey to cook it.
Well, that's what I
it's not
thought
the
growing
inside.
up.
It's
So
some type of like
it's like a bread.
and you add in some croutons. You add in like green onions, some different type of spices, to be honest, I don't totally know. The stuffing that my mom makes though is really good, and so for that reason, stuffing is number 3.
Woo!
Yeah.
Crazy.
And this, you don't know what's crazy is that you've never had it. That's wild.
That's the craziest thing I've heard today.
It is. It is.
All right, stuffing gets a number 3. That is high up
If you're
there.
watching right now, please blast Luke in the comments because that's crazy.
Or agree with me. I can't be the only one that's never had it.
Crazy.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay. Third item on the list is cranberry sauce.
9.
Easy.
I just don't want it.
Yeah.
I just don't want it.
Is there a certain
I have
demographic of people that typically like cranberry sauce? Like,
here's what I think. When we were serving at the Prime Timers Thanksgiving,
which is what?
that's our like people of our church who are, like grandparents.
Okay. Yeah.
They all requested it.
They like
It's
cranberry
just
sauce.
it's not my favorite thing. I'm
Yeah.
not a cranberry guy.
That's fair.
You could say any other type of fruit sauce, and I'd say no. I'm good.
All right. Okay.
9.
All right. Next up, we have one of the pie options. One
Are
of
you
3.
keeping track of these for me? Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of okay.
I got 'em.
Thank you. I don't.
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, pumpkin pie is good. After a few bites, though, I don't like it anymore. Maybe a hot take.
About that far in.
This is evidence
one bite
actually,
in.
of my belief. I love pumpkin pie for the first few bites, and then it's kind of like,
No, I'm with you because I'm
I'm gonna say, man, I would love to put it at 6, but I can't. I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 7 with pumpkin pie. It is good, but not better than mashed potatoes.
No, it is not. All right. Here we go. Next up, we have one of the 2 traditional meat options found at Thanksgiving: ham.
Hot take that you even put this into
I
this
know.
list.
I know. And I was just reminded of it because a couple weeks back for 6.8, and I've had a lot of conversations like this. A lot of people do ham.
No, they do, and I think more people prefer ham than turkey.
Yeah, and it's not the traditional, right?
No, it's not.
It's not what's on the
I'm torn.
pictures.
Here's what I'm torn about. Do I like it more than turkey? Yes. But for the sake of this list, can I put it above turkey?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go
I mean, I do, but
3.
you already have stuffing
4.
at 3.
4. I'm gonna
All
go
right.
4.
Ham makes the count at 4. All right. Next up, we have. I kind of grouped this all together. It's it's our vegetables. All right. I like corn, but sometimes it could be green beans or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just kind of made it one because who wants to
Did you
rank?
say vegetable?
Yeah, just veg.
Okay,
You're veggie.
can I say corn?
You're veggie. Yeah, corn.
Okay. My family will not be surprised by this. Oh gosh, I'm really trying to figure out what you have on this list.
Yeah.
There's one that I'm gonna put at 1 if you have it, but if you don't have it, I'm gonna be sad that I don't put corn at 1. So I'm gonna put corn at 2 just to play it safe.
Whoa.
I love
Corn.
Yes,
That's
and
that's the second thing Pastor Jake's scooping.
No, I'm serious. Sweet corn is so good.
Yeah, it is.
It's so good. And I know you made fun of me this summer because I said corn is in my top 3 state food items.
Yeah.
And you made fun of me. Oh, I can't wait to go to the state fair to have corn. It's good.
That's
And
wild.
It's one of those things like if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
All
corn's
right.
number 2.
Next up, we have dinner rolls.
Oh.
Just your classic dinner roll.
What do
Could
I have
be-
left? 10, 11, or 11, 10, 5.
8,
Oh, I have 8.
5, 1, obviously.
Oh, no.
And then you can cut one.
Okay. This is really hard because I would have loved to slide dinner rolls into the middle, and I can do that with 5. But then everything else is going to be either 1 or it's bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Dang it. What do I have at 7?
Pumpkin pie.
Okay, I'm gonna go dinner rolls at 5.
Whoa, that's huge. You like dinner rolls, though?
Yeah.
Huh? Little
Dinner rolls
butter,
are super good.
something like that.
They're super good.
All right. Next up, we have yams or sweet potatoes.
Okay, I can't put that at 1. So I have to do 8.
8 for yams.
And now I only have the extremes left, right?
Yeah,
I've
you
got
have
the bookends.
You have a cut. You have
10 and I have
10
1.
and you have 1.
Oh gosh.
All right.
I'm gonna be really mad at you if there's something left off this list.
No, everything I think that is on here you would expect.
Okay.
Next up, we have gravy.
Yeah, number 1.
Whoa.
Yeah, gravy is number 1. Here's the deal, and I know turkey's coming, and I'm gonna be sad that it has to fall at the bottom. But Thanksgiving dinner is nothing without gravy.
No, you're right. It is the glue that holds it all together.
Yes, it is. It is the Thanksgiving glue.
Arguably mashed potatoes and gravy, but
But
some
but
people
gravy on its own.
yeah,
Thanksgiving glue. Can we
It
just
is.
start calling it that?
it's what makes turkey tolerable
Yeah.
and not too dry. You got to drizzle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's number 1.
Then, because you know it's coming, there's 2 items left. We have turkey.
Yeah, I mean, I have to put it at 10. I can't cut it. It's a staple. It's a staple.
Turkey.
And if I could choose right now, if this was the first item, I'd probably put it at 4.
What's
But I
funny
can't.
is you were like, I can't rank ham above turkey, so I got to put it at 4. And then you filled in 3 and 2 and 1 with
What did I put at
non-turkey items.
wait, what did I put at 3?
Stuffing.
Yeah, that belongs there. What's that
Yeah.
2 again?
2, you hit corn.
Wow.
It's crazy.
No, that's right though.
No, I know.
I'm gonna put
for you.
gravy, corn, and stuffing above turkey all day.
Okay. Yeah. Just at 10 though. That hurts.
I know yeah.
Our final thing is pecan pie.
Dude, you did me so dirty. You did me so dirty doing that. Luke knows that I love pecan pie, and I didn't think you'd put it on this list.
No, I actually had 3
And
pie options.
I have to cut it.
Yes, I cut pecan pie.
Pecan
which
pie would be my probably number 2, if I'm being honest. It's so good.
I gotta write cut.
No.
That means Jay can't have pecan pie this Thanksgiving. That's unfortunate. You actually have to go by this order. That
This
is
is-
blind ranking stuff because you don't know what's on the list. And I will say, from what I gathered, you started, your safe was like the 5s and the 4s, and that was too high for some of those.
I know. And what's tough about doing that is that you're only leaving the extremes open.
Yeah.
And so at the end, I'm like, I have 2 of my favorite things, gravy and pecan pie, and I only have 11 and 1 left.
Yeah.
Or
Because
10.
you're trying to play it safe throughout the whole thing, and you're putting dinner rolls at 5, which like they're good,
That's good.
but dude, those need a bump.
I knew I
down.
should have put dinner rolls at 10. Dang
For
it.
sure.
Dang it. Pecan
Oh.
pie belongs in the top 5, no question.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. But hey, we're excited to maybe hear what your top foods are for Thanksgiving.
Drop in the
And-
comments your top 3.
Yeah, for sure. Thanksgiving is so fun. I would say, hot take, the best food
Here we go.
holiday like of the year over Christmas,
Yeah, I already have
over
mine in mind.
over 4th of July, which 4th of July is fun because you got burgers, you got whatever if you grill out. I don't know what you do for Easter, but you celebrate the Lord and his risen and all those things, but whatever food you have. Thanksgiving, top food, holiday. I don't know.
Yeah. 4th of July is a close number 2.
Yeah. It's,
Burgers and hot dogs all day.
One, it's the vibes of 4th of July. You
That's
can't go
amazing.
wrong. You can't go wrong on a hot summer day.
It's so true. Guys, thanks for joining us for Youth Online. A couple upcoming things we're going to talk about. Next week, we don't have Youth again. Very sad, but we are going to be in person. We've got Walk Through Christmas out in the woods.
So fun.
Pastor Luke. Pastor Luke's not going to be a Grinch.
No,
I wish you were. I think you'd be a good Grinch.
I don't know how to take that. If that's like
It's a
you're
compliment.
Grinchy or you'd act really well. I don't know.
He's a good actor.
We'll try it.
Yeah. So be here at the church at 6. because we're going to be walking through together as Waters Youth. It's going to be super fun. So next Wednesday, we don't have youth. The Wednesday after that, we've got a worship night, and then we've got our Waters Youth Miss party.
So fun.
On the 17th, I believe. That's a Wednesday night. We're very excited about the Youth Miss party. So come dressed up in all your festive attire, and it's going to be fun. Then we're off for another couple weeks.
Yep.
Which is a bummer.
It is. So. We'll miss you, but stay tuned. We can't wait to see you over the next couple of weeks at some of the things, and maybe we'll pop out another episode of Youth Online.
Hey, let us know if we should. Like, is this something people like? I don't know. We're just kind of doing it. Do people like Youth Online, Youth Plus?
I was listening to Pastor Luke and Jake yap. I don't know. About Thanksgiving food.
Which is such a good thing to yap about, though.
It is. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat.
And honestly, Thanksgiving food plus football equals a top 3 day of the quarter.
I should have put football on the list, and you would have to cut football. that would have hurt him.
Oh yeah. No, thanks for joining us, guys. It's so fun being able to be together. Hopefully, you guys have a safe and fun Thanksgiving, and we'll see you at Walk Through Christmas next week.
Until next time.
Cheers.